Hello, good afternoon, and as you can see I'm joined by a brand new guest today. This is Cary, so please give a warm welcome. Let's send your crafty hugs, and we want to see any cross stitch that you've been doing because that's what Cary has brought for us. Now our viewers always like to know a little bit about new suppliers, so can you tell us a little bit about your crafty background, Cary?
Oh, it probably started when I was at school,
okay,
doing the normal, sort of bits and pieces, and I just carried on from there because I liked it so much.
Really? So
yes.
It's school and then you carried on. So CBK Designs, what does that stand for?
CBK are my initials.
Ah, I see.
Nice and simple.
And how long's the company been going for?
Oh, about 40 years.
40 years, how
yes.
lovely. And is it a family-run business?
I run it and my husband designs. He designs the aeroplanes.
Oh, the aeroplanes.
Yes.
And what about other designs?
The other designs I bought. I got the license to sell these.
Ah, excellent.
And then the Devon scenes I bought from a company in Devon.
So do you have a little shop, or do you just run from home?
No, I do mail order.
Mail order, oh, yes. I see. But now here on Hochanda as well. Do you do any other crafts out of interest?
Haven't got the time.
Haven't got the time. Too much cross stitch. That's the thing. Now, as you know at home, I love my cross stitch as well. So it's going to be really, it's going to be a lovely hour, Cary. Right. So the first set that we've got, this is the Party Paws Bamboo Blossom Kit. It's a really sweet kit, isn't it, Cary?
It is. It's lovely. Yes.
What do you like about it?
I like, well, the back stitch makes it all stand out.
Right.
And that's the important thing.
Because some kits sometimes don't have backstitch, do they?
No, a lot of kits don't. But when you do, if you don't have backstitch, they don't stand out very well, some of them. So.
Yep. And so you can see you've got some really lovely bright colours on here with the pinks and the blues. Look at that. Oh, have we even got some French knots going on? Is that French knot?
That one is, you can either have French knot or there are beads included if you can't do French knots.
That is great. Right, so
that's the beads. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
That's the beads and the beading needle.
Pick those up for you. So, as you can see, you've got your beads, your beading needle in there, nice little ones. Good, and you supply the needle even?
Yes.
And then what else do we get in the kit?
You get the pattern, the cross stitch. It shows you how it's made up.
Let's find that one then. Let's have a little flick through. And lots of instructions.
Yes.
So, so if somebody's never done a cross stitch before, are they going to be able to follow this?
Yes.
Excellent.
There are instructions in there somewhere, yes.
Absolutely. So it's telling you about your general stitching instructions, which is awesome. Let's have a little flick through.
Yeah, it's only the front page. One page rather, one page at a time.
Oh yes, that's absolutely fine. Telling you about the different types of stitch.
Yes.
This is great because it's really comprehensive. Little notes, but obviously we're going to see some demos as well. Now, what I also noticed is you have put in lovely large charts.
Yes.
So that you can see.
That's right.
Because some charts are tiny, aren't they?
They are.
So what would you recommend, because they're on different pages, would you recommend sellotaping it all together?
That's the best way, yes.
Right, I see. So as you can see there, lovely, nice. And they're all numbered for you, page 1 of 4 and position A1.
Yes.
Marvellous. All right, and then obviously you get your... Now, how do you pronounce it? Because there's a thing going on. Is it Aida or Ada?
I call it Aida, but then others call it Ada. So.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you do get that, and it's a nice... So actually, the piece itself is quite a nice size, don't you think?
Yes, yes it is, yes. It's not too small, so
Not too small. And then also, you're getting the chart. So it's got... We're going to go through this again when we get to the demonstration area, because each skein of thread relates to a symbol.
Yes, that's right.
Now, with our skeins of thread, do you actually do these, as in put them on the, what do you call the...
Thread cards.
Thank you, thank you. Do you pop that on for us, or do we take the time to just separate them out?
No, they're all pre-sorted.
Are they?
Yes.
Bless you, because that makes life a lot easier. Because when you get a cross-stitch kit home, all you want to do is get started, don't you?
That's right, you do.
Wonderful. So, oh, bless you. I hope that doesn't take you too long.
No, I got it down to a fine art.
I bet you have. Well, if you've been going for nearly 40 years, that's amazing. So this is your first kit. It's really beautiful, and it's got a cuteness to it, don't you think?
Yes. Oh, it has.
So this is £21.09. Look at the, I like the shading as well. 588813 is your item number. Then next up we have got the cupcake. Now you're going to be demonstrating this one, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Lovely. And so this is again your finished sample. Oh, is he holding a little candle?
Yes, he is.
Oh, that's it. He sat happily on top of the cake.
That's right.
Again, you've got really nice sort of bright, happy colours in this,
Yes.
I feel. So what do we get in this kit then, Cary?
Again, you get everything in it. You get the picture of the finished product.
Okay.
Then you get what's called the colour key, so that you know what colours there are. In case you run out, you've got the DMC colours and you can see what colours they are.
Oh, that's really helpful, actually. Because obviously you're a crafter yourself, you're thinking, right, how can I make life easy for people?
Yes. And then again, there's the instructions there.
Yep.
And then the chart and the thread with a needle and also the thread card.
Wonderful.
With pre-sorted threads.
So again, have another lovely look at him if you decide it, or her.
That's right, him or her.
I like that it's got the sprinkles on as well. That's cute. That is £18.99, 928715. Then moving along. This is sort of on topic, really, isn't it? Right, so we've got Royal Rascals, the Royal Carriage Kit. That is so... So he's pulling her in a little car.
Yes.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
So that is the carriage.
That's right.
And what's she holding? Is it called? That's it, sceptre. That's the word. Couldn't think. And then she's got her crown at a jaunty angle. I like the look on their faces because they've both got little sideways grins, haven't they?
They have, yes, that's right. What mischief can we get up to next?
Absolutely. Oh, is it on here what the count is?
Yes, yes, that's right. They're all 14 count.
Are they? Again, that makes it nice and easier to use.
Yes, it is.
Or to, because they're larger stitches, aren't they? There we are. So once more, you get everything that you need?
Yes.
So you've got all of your bright colours. They're all on the thread sorted, well, forget the name.
Card.
Thank you, I just don't know. But it's the last day of my shift, that's what it is. And then you get the needle and you get your Ada, however you like to say it. £19.99, 919912. Now, this is where your hubby comes into play, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So does he like to take photos of aeroplanes and things?
He does, yes.
And he converts them then into cross stitch?
That's right, yes.
That's so clever, isn't it?
That's it. Well, we've got a cross stitch programme that does it for him, so but he has to tweak everything. Right.
And look at this. I think because there's a lot of detail in that, and you've really got a lot of light and shade, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. Now this actually is not. I think that's...
What's that?
That's not the 14 count.
This one?
Either that is...
Not a problem.
16 or 18.
Right, 16 or 18. That's fine, it's good to know. Because, like I said, a lot of detail. Look at all these skeins there. But this is one of those, what I call meaty projects.
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
So, now, what I've always said, I don't know if you agree, is you've got to absolutely fall in love with the image that you're doing.
Yes.
Otherwise, you won't finish it.
No, that's right, you won't.
Yeah, do you agree?
Definitely.
So, but if you know someone or you yourself are into aeroplanes like this, then this would be the one for you. Now, are these bound together separately just because there's so many of them?
Yes.
Or is that the reason?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the whole of the background is stitched. So.
Yes, you can see how much blue is being used here.
Yes.
But really nice colours. You've got those sort of khaki greens, all the blues. So the whole scene is cross-stitched, not just the plain. So
not just
all
the plain,
of the background.
all of it. Yes.
Very good. This kit, you get everything you need, is £19.25. 661234 is your item number. Now, this one's bright, isn't it?
It is.
This is the Hochanda. Now, I notice that the Ada you've put in is a blue colour.
Yes.
What made you decide to do that?
Because that way you don't have to stitch the background.
Right, okay. So a little bit less work, although I'd never count cross stitch as work.
No,
it's
definitely
such
not.
an enjoyment. So you've got that. Full instructions again?
Yes. Full instructions, you get the picture, you get the full instructions, and you get the colour key.
Yeah.
So that then if you do run out of threads, you know exactly what the number is, etc.
Right.
So.
Okay, so on here, 19.99. Item number is 133185. And then last but not least, this is Dunster by Candlelight.
That's
Ooh.
right.
Sorry if I sound daft, but is Dunster actually a real area?
Yes, it's a village in, hang on a minute, I think it's Devon.
Dunster in Devon. So was this a photo your other half took?
No, this was actually one that I bought. I bought a company from somebody. So
now look at the detail here, and you've even got the stars that are out. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at all the detail.
Not candlelight, lamplight. Yes.
You sort of could transport yourself there, couldn't you?
You could indeed, yes.
That's lovely. So it's a nice sort of cobbled street. I really like the detail. I think actually out of all of them, this one might be my favourite.
Right.
Yeah, I really, really like this. So let's have a little look through. Again, you get full instructions and a really nice large template.
Yes.
So that you can follow along, which certainly myself and I know a lot of other viewers will really appreciate. Again, you have got sort of the different types of stitches that you'll be doing. Now, I also notice that this is a slightly different colour of Aida, I think.
That's cream, yes. But that doesn't matter so much because you're still stitching the whole of the background. Absolutely.
In fact, the whole piece is finished. Look at that.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. £12.99. That's a really good price point actually for that. 345573 is your item number. You can call us on 01733602000 or you can check out at hochanda.com. Here is the website. And so if you would like to send in any of your pieces of artwork, if you've been doing any cross stitch. Now, the most popular one at the moment is the Blossom. It is beautiful, isn't it? That sweet little panda sat on that little branch with those wonderful pink blossoms, and you've got the blue butterflies. I really like the contrast, actually, of the colours. They're really good. So as I said, you can send your pictures. I don't mind what cross stitch it is. We'd just like to see some cross stitch. Do you know what? Shall we throw the boat out? You can send in some embroidery as well. There you go. You can send to studio@hochanda.com or you can pop a little note on our Facebook page. Now, everybody has to start somewhere, don't they, Cary?
Do, yes.
And, you know, we have new viewers all the time, so we're going to go right back to basics. I'm sure a lot of you do know, of course, cross-stitch, but for anybody who hasn't done cross-stitch, we're going to pretend we've got the packet, we've just received it. Where's the best place to start, if you want to talk us through the beginning?
Start at the centre.
Right.
And if you get the piece of material, just fold it into quarters.
Okay.
And that's your centre.
Right.
And then the reason for starting is in the centre is you make sure that it's going to fit on your piece of material.
Right.
Because otherwise you can start too much to one side and lose out.
Right. Okay. Then what's the next step?
Right. Then you find out which is... Find out the centre. You will always find...
Is it marked on the sheet?
Yes. You'll find that there's a centre...
If you show it to camera, that's it. There you go.
Centre, down there and along there.
Right.
And that's where you start.
Okay.
So you start from there and then you just get into it. So
yeah.
Right. So
now, how many threads are on a, you know what I'm saying, what's the number of threads on a skein?
6.
6, okay.
Yes.
Does it tell you in the instructions how many you use?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
You normally, mostly, you will use 2 for just the ordinary cross stitch.
Yeah.
And then you will use 1 for the back stitch.
Right.
So.
Now, what's your preferred method? Because people do this in different ways to take the threads out. What's your method?
I normally just go to the centre.
Yeah.
And then That's it. Take 2 like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you let it stand, go down like that, then...
Right. Like a wiggly worm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And let it unravel.
Let it unravel. Do the other half.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've never seen it done like that, actually.
Haven't you?
No.
How do you do it?
I tend to sort of pull the 2 from the top, you know.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I do that, and then I find it all gets tangled up.
I see.
So. And then I always start with a knot.
Ah, so
Some
you
people-
knot. Ah,
I
interesting.
knot. Some people don't like knots.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Then
Don't worry. We've got
forget I did that.
we didn't see. Okay, so threading. You will get the needle in there, so you don't have to source. I mean, would you recommend though? Do you always like to use a hoop?
I do, yes. Some people don't, but the thing with a hoop is that it keeps it nice and taut, as it were.
Right. Okay.
So,
and do you prefer the wooden hoops or do you like the plastic ones?
I prefer the wooden ones.
Okay. Is that just, does it feel more traditional?
I just prefer them.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Probably traditional, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It was my aunt that taught me how to cross stitch when I was little.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic hobby, but then there are a lot of people who don't like it. So you think, fine,
Yeah.
everybody to their own. And then I'm just doing up.
Okay. I think, by the way, you can find, if you want to have a look on the website, I think you'll be able to find some hoops if you haven't got one.
Yeah. The kit comes complete apart from hoop and scissors.
Right, okay.
There you are. And then that's it. And then
So do you use as well the whole thread because they're quite long, or do you like to chop it down?
I like that length thread.
Okay, yeah.
There are a lot of people who prefer shorter ones.
Whatever your
but
preference.
That's right. So
Okay.
that way you don't have to stop and start so much.
Right. Before you get started then, so talk us through sort of, again, how we work out what colour's going where.
Right. On the thread card, you will find that they've all got symbols beside them.
Okay.
And
yeah.
if they haven't got a symbol, but they've got that, that means that it's a back stitch.
A back stitch, right,
Yes.
okay.
So sometimes you have to look closely because some of the symbols are pretty similar, but
Right.
so and then you just go straight in.
Okay. So, I just asked Cary to demonstrate with this colour for obviously camera purposes, just so we can see. Okay. Now, how do you do? Which side do you go? What am I trying to say?
It doesn't matter which one you have on top.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, which cross way do you like to go, if you know what I mean?
I go from right to left.
Right to left?
But other people go the other way. So it's entirely up to you.
But
But don't mix the two.
Right, so what you want though is whatever your preference, every single line or
Yes.
top of the cross has to go one way.
That's right.
And another question for you is, do you like to do one cross at a time, or do you do the sort of the whole row one way and the whole row the other way?
I do one cross at a time.
One cross at a
But
time.
again,
okay.
there are a lot of people who do it,
Yeah.
you know, sort of do it the other way. So
Just preference.
that's right.
Yeah. And it's definitely all about enjoying what you do. Do you find you relax quite a lot with this?
Oh yes, I do.
Well, so if you've been doing this for such a long time, so where do you keep all of your finished samples? Do you have walls full of them?
I do, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And do you give them for gifts as well?
Only certain people, because not everybody appreciates it.
Right.
Because they don't appreciate how much hard work goes into
I
it.
see. Only
Yes.
special people.
Only special people.
Yeah, that's lovely. We have actually had a picture, if you would like to see. This is from Sharon. Here we go.
Oh, right, lovely.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
Oh, gorgeous, yes.
Try to relax. That's so nice. And it's made into a cushion. Oh, I love the look on that cat's face. He's very happy, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Yeah.
It's
That's
almost as if
fabulous.
it's, you know, you get the things that go on the radiators. It looks like that.
Ah, I see. Yes, it does. I know what you're saying. What he's lying in.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Sharon, because I really appreciate you sending it in.
It's gorgeous.
If you want to send any more in, if you're at home and you've got time, we'd love to see any cross-stitch projects you're working on. And let us know as well what you love about cross-stitch. Okay. So, of course, with cross-stitch, it's like, you know, you get into the flow with it, don't you?
You do, yes. Yep. And you only need to look at the actual material when you're putting the needle in. Because then you just pull the thread out. So.
We have had an email from Yvonne. Bless you, Yvonne. She said, you love cross-stitch and you've been doing it for 20 years. And she said it's a beautiful hobby, and I totally concur.
Yes, it is.
Would you like to know something funny, Cary? So, where I stay when I'm up here in Peterborough, because I kind of like, obviously you've got to have good light, right, to do your cross-stitch.
Yes.
So, where I stay when I'm up here, well, it's just me in general. I like to have the lights quite low, but then obviously I can't see what I'm doing. So I actually sit with a head torch on.
Right.
Just thought you might like to know that.
There are some people who like doing it that way.
There you go.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the actual pattern, how do you find that you don't sort of lose your place?
Well, I cross off as I go.
Yeah.
So that then, with that one, you count the number of stitches, you do that, and then say I'm going to finish there.
How do you finish, actually?
I finish just by going through previous one.
Right, and then it shouldn't come undone.
Shouldn't come undone.
So you don't knot that time?
No, don't knot that time.
Okay.
And then you just, that's it. Put that in there so I don't lose it.
Yeah.
Leave that there, and then...
Swapping the colours?
Yep, swapping
the
colours.
Can you refer to the chart?
That's right.
And then you get in the two. But it's all in the full instructions.
Yes. Some people actually prefer to take 2 single threads.
Oh, what out?
Yes.
I see, at a time, and then put them back together.
And then put them back together.
So. Do any of your cross-stitch patterns have half stitches?
They do, yes.
I think maybe you could show us the couple of those. So again, we'll just thread the needle. Every single kit comes with a needle. Now this is the lovely design that Cary is working on. It's cute, isn't it? There you go. Really adorable. Holding the candle, nice little rosy cheeks. And it's got sprinkles, hundreds and thousands.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a brand. Other brands available just in case. Just in case. But that's really adorable. So yeah, let's see how you do a half stitch.
Okay. You can have a half stitch both ways. You can have it that way across material or that way.
Right, okay.
So we'll start with...
We're just zooming in now, that's it. Right, here we go.
I normally start in the centre.
Oh, do you?
Of the square.
Right.
It can sometimes take a little bit of time to find the centre. There we are.
Yeah.
That's it. And then that goes like that. And then if you go, that's your quarter stitch.
Right.
And then you go across like that.
Yeah.
Half of a cross.
Oh, let's have a little look at that. There you go. If you hold it there, we're gonna come in. Can you see that okay? Lovely. Do you want to show us a couple more times?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. There you go. I'm watching intently. And then there. Oh.
Again.
Okay.
That's a quarter stitch the other way. And then I'll tell you what I'll also do.
That's great.
I'll do a French knot.
Why not? That's great. Because some of the kits do have them on.
They do, not very often, but...
So you loop it round a couple of times?
Yeah, I normally go 4 times.
Oh, 4, okay.
Depends what I feel like, to be perfectly honest. So then you just go back down there.
Okay.
Go back down.
Was it just slightly down to one side when you put the needle down?
I don't normally. I normally go back through the same hole.
Ah, okay.
But you just be very careful how you do it.
Oh, that's a neat little French knot.
So, but there are some people who can't do them. Use beads.
Absolutely. Some of the kits have beads in, so
they do.
Let's see if we can do a couple more. Okay. So if you're able to hold it, oh.
Hang on.
Okay. Has it got a bit? No.
Got a bit of blue in there. Hold it.
I know it's really difficult. Just as still as you can, because I know you have to move to do a French knot, don't you? So let's give it another go. That's it. All right.
There we are. And then down where you came up.
Ah, that's lovely. Yeah.
Pull it tight.
Oh, I like the way it did that. Yeah. Hold that. Hey, I love watching this.
I did too many, I think, that time.
Oh, really? Don't worry. They're easy to undo, though, aren't they?
They are. Yes, they are.
Like that.
It's undone.
That's fine.
2, 3.
Okay. Down the same hop. Give that a pull. Look how neat this is.
It did take me quite a time to actually learn how to do French knots.
Yeah.
So
Here we go.
Blue's getting in the way again. So there we are. And if you wanted to, if you wanted to make them bigger, you just go round the needle more.
Okay, that's great.
So
what other stitches? What about back stitch?
Back stitch.
Yeah.
Right.
But would you normally do it with just one?
I just do it with one
thread.
Yes.
Okay.
But rather than rethread it all, you can either do a whole lot like that, which is covering 5 or 6 stitches.
Rather than individually.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Which is a lot quicker.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Or
what
you can do is you can just do
one at a time.
One at a time.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep, we're just coming to that. There it is. Yep, one at a time. Perfect. What are your thoughts on, do you ever put signatures on your work and dates?
No.
Oh, do you not?
I don't.
No, I was just curious.
No, some people do. Some people like to put it on. I just don't do it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
And what about framing? What's your sort of top tips about that?
To be honest, framing is expensive.
True.
So I tend to go to charity shops and find the right size frame and then do it myself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what's your sort of recommendation for sort of stretching it or whatnot, so that it's, you know, do you know what I mean, when you're framing it? What do you tend to do?
It depends how, I mean, when you finish, the important thing is probably to wash it if it needs washing.
Okay.
It depends how often you take it in and out of the hoop. And the other thing then is to iron it. And once you've ironed it, you can then use double-sided sellotape on it.
Do you iron it from the back, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter, whichever way. If you've got French knots, it's probably better to iron it from the back and use a tea towel.
Right.
Because that absorbs it and you're not flattening them.
Also protecting it, because the worst thing is if you spent
hours
and weeks on a beautiful piece and your iron is dirty.
Oh no, clean the iron first.
Yeah, that's just heartbreaking.
The other alternative is to have an iron solely for cross stitch.
Right. Oh, that's it. Have you got one solely for cross stitch?
Yes.
Do you? Nice.
Yes.
So shall we have another little look through the instructions and whatnot? Let's take a little look here. Where's the start? Hang on. I'll give you that page so that that's because that's the one you're working on. Let's have a look. So you've got your chart on here. Also, what I note that you do, which I think is very handy, is that you've put the colours down there.
Yes.
A lot of charts don't.
No, I know. No, that's why I like it. I mean, if you want to, you can just change the colours yourself and decide, oh, I don't like that bright blue or that bright green.
Yeah.
I'll put a different colour in.
What brand do you use?
DMC.
DMC.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, and you've even put the numbers on. So, like you said, if we want a bit more of the same colour,
yes,
we can get it.
Can do, yes.
Yeah.
But you will have more than enough.
Yeah, you
because
do.
The end one says how many skeins you need.
Right. But
and
yeah,
I make sure that I always include an extra one.
That's really good. I'm liking that.
That's it.
And then you can see it tells you about sort of how the chart pages fit together, and you can see it on here. So this one is page 1, A1, and so that would be that one there.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Do you tend to sellotape them together, or do you just work from them individually?
I just work from individual.
Yeah, it's just whatever your preference is, really. And then you've got the different types of cross stitch or stitches that you'll do. So a complete beginner could do this, couldn't they, Cary?
They could do. Take them a bit of time, and they'd have to be patient. So.
Right. Okay. And then let's carry on. You've got all of those different symbols on here that relate to there. So you just take your time. You don't even have to sort the threads out because Cary's already done it for you, which is just so nice.
It means you can start immediately you get the kit.
Yeah, that's really great. So. And also, very nice large symbols spread across the 4 pages instead of one really diddy one. So you're not, you know, you can find your, your symbols easily.
Yes.
What I quite like doing actually is I use highlighter pens to cross off, you know, the different symbols once I've done them, just so I can see where I've been. So that again, that might be a technique you do at home. We've had another picture, Cary.
Oh right, lovely. Yes.
All right. Look, isn't this cute?
He's gorgeous.
He's got a jammy dodger. Look, he's filling his little cheeks with it. Who's this from? Sandra, thank you. Sandra, so you've been doing cross stitch for over 25 years. And she loves how quickly the time passes when it stitches. I mean, that's very true, isn't it?
Yes,
thank you very much, Sandra. Do keep your pictures coming in, because because we appreciate it. Because once you get in the zone, you can be doing it for hours, can't you?
Yes,
lovely.
you can do. Yes. And then this one also, for the back stitch, you've got separate sheet which has got the back stitch on.
Oh, that's great.
Which makes it easier.
Here.
Yes.
Do excuse me. That is perfect. There you go. See those separate stitches? That's really nice and clear, that. All right, if you would like to go for your cupcake, it is $18.99. 928715 is your item number. I'm just going to take a really quick break, so maybe you want to grab yourself a quick cup of tea and then come back. And in the meantime, here is Janice to tell you about Freedom.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have.
Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 888 888. So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
I just realised I think I accidentally rude then. No, don't go and get a cup of tea and ignore Janice. Sorry, that's not what I meant. Listen to Janice, she's wonderful. Sorry, Janice. Right, we've got some brand new kits on the show for us, brought by Cary, who is a brand new supplier. Really chuffed that you've been sending in your pictures, because we both really appreciate it, because we're a lovely little community here. I realised I should have put one on my Facebook page, we could show that. Anyhow, right, we have got, this is one of the kits. This is the Party Paws Bamboos Blossom Kit. So it's got a really sweet face holding that little flower. This one's got a few French knots in, which you can add, or of course it does come with beads in this kit, a few beads, just to add that little extra touch and a little bit of sparkle. And you can see the beautiful flowers. Oh, I love his little pads on his paws, and that's sweet. And then beautiful pinks. And the blues, really nice and bright with the butterflies. Very adorable. Now, this kit has everything you need. So you'll get your Ada, nice large piece there. I mean, even this is already folded for you, so you can get started straight in the centre, which is brilliant. Let me just fold that back up. Now, the instructions are awesome because they are so comprehensive. So you get your little picture of how it's going to look for you to also look at. And I'm just trying to find the start of these instructions. I think this might be it actually. So you've got, it tells you, because the pages are the nice large pages or nice large symbols on the pages. Yeah, when we get there. And it will say, so you can see that this one is page 2 of 4, position, it says there, B1. Which is that one, and then you can either sellotape them together, or as Cary does, she's working individually. You get a little guide on the type of stitches that you'll be doing, so a complete beginner could do this. And then again, you've got your extra notes. Now, what Cary does, which is brilliant, is she's already spent the time popping the threads on the thread card for you. So once you get this home, you can just have a real play. You can just get started. Because I do actually, with kits that it's not on threads, I do kind of roll my, on the thread card, I do kind of roll my eyes and go, oh, I've got to sort it all out. So Cary's done it for you. You can see that the symbols are nice and clear. These ones indicate your back stitch, and then the symbols down there, and it corresponds with the symbols on the piece of paper. And even down, again, I think this is lovely because the care and attention that Cary's done, even down to the colours that are on here, match with, or to give you an idea of which one's which. And then you have got the beads with the beading needle and your normal cross stitch needle. Everything is there that you need. That is £21.09. 588813 is your item number. Then moving along, we have got your Party Paws Bamboo Cupcake. Now what you might want to do is get both of these, because obviously they're the same sort of character, so they'd look really nice either side of, like either side of a mantelpiece or whatnot. And yeah, this would be lovely in a kid's bedroom, wouldn't it? That's fantastic. And this is on the white Ada, or Aida, however you like to pronounce it. And then look at the little tufts of hair, so sweet. Once more, you get everything you need, your card with the skeins of thread on, your material, your chart, and your full instructions. £18.99. 928715 is your item number. Next up then, you have got your Royal Rascals. Lovely. So here, they're so sweet, aren't they? They're quite cute. So he is dragging this lovely lady in a, it's not a wheelbarrow, but a little cart. Oh, I just noticed the frills on her little dress. She's got a heart on her And then she's got nice stripy tights, even down to, look at the light hitting the shoes. He's shined his shoes, and there you go, and he's waving that flag. Everything that you need, and even down to the needle, full instructions. And this one is $19.99, 919 912 is your item number. Then, now we don't have a finished sample of this one, but we have got the Spitfire. Now this is a lovely meaty project for you to sink your teeth into, because even down to the background, like all of it, the whole thing is a cross stitch. I think that's fabulous. So you can see this is why these two colours are knotted rather than on the thread card, because you're going to need a lot of this for the background. Everything else is done though for you. And there you can see the fabulous Spitfire ZDB. £19.25, 661234. Then if you like something a bit brighter, we've got another aeroplane for you. This one is the Hochanda. It's almost like do you know what that part reminds me of? Ice lolly. And you can see you've again got lots of light and shade on there. Isn't that good? Now this one, just to say, has a blue Ada fabric, and that's so that you don't have to cross stitch the background. There you are. And that kit is $19.99. Item number is 133185. And then last but not least, this one, hey, it was my favourite as well. It's your favourite at home. This one is the most popular, and you can see it's got those that gorgeous sort of glow to it, just because of the warmth of those yellow threads. Isn't that pretty? This almost looks like there's a castle or something in the background. It's sort of all lit up and gorgeous. And then you've got, I love the detail on the brickwork. And you can see that you're looking sort of into the distance. We are 30% of the stock gone on these kits. Oh, this is nice actually, because there's a little bit of, I don't know if it is metallic, but it's certainly got a nice sheen to it, this particular gold. That's lovely. Oh, look at that deep, rich blue. And this one, as I said, we do have some metallics in here. I'm such a magpie. Anything with metallics in, you'll get to know me, Cary. This has got a little bit of that gold in. Perfect. £12.99. 345573 is your item number. Do give us a call, 01733602000, or you can check out on the website at hochanda.com. And without further ado, here's our Leonie, who is, she's going to one of the trade shows this weekend. I wish I was going with her, but she's going to tell you about Flexi Order.
Flexi Order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
So I was just saying to you, Cary, I thought might be a good idea, although there's the kit that you're working on doesn't have metallics in, sort of for the other kit, the Dunster kit, it's right here, which is the busiest. How do you incorporate your metallic threads into this?
There are sometimes you'll find on the pattern it will say that you actually have one piece of metallic thread and one piece of one of the colours.
Okay. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
Should be, have I got the full set?
You've got the full set. No, you'll find it on the other.
Oh, on this one?
Yes.
Right, let's have a little look.
Right. It's got the anchor number and a metallic.
So 1 and 1?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Or there are some that is one strand of one colour and one strand of another colour.
I see.
That is called tweeding or blending.
Now that I didn't know. Ah.
It took me quite a time to work
No,
out
that's
what it meant.
great. That's
So
great.
yes. So I mean, if you just want to, you can. These are made up of 6 strands, but
Do you tend to use the whole piece?
yes, I do.
Ah, now
And-
I'm interested to see how you thread it because it can fray a little bit, can't it?
It can.
Metallic.
Yeah. So just fold it over like that. Push it up like that, and that's it.
Right. And then do you thread another colour or do you thread them both together?
You can thread another colour. Well, if you're going to thread 2 colours together, then
Yeah.
it's easier to put one strand of, say,
Okay.
the
Whatever
green.
colour is after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says on there.
Or if you're just going to do the gold,
Oh yeah, we can go over the white now, can't we?
yes,
Okay. I see. And just go. So you go over the top of of what you've already done.
that's right. Yes.
Right. I see. Do excuse me. I love metallic thread. I've done. I've got some. Although it's hanging up in my mum's house. I did some. What do you call it? Like a pharaoh, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
had loads of metallics through it, and I really
Yes.
enjoyed that.
I've done a very large one of Tutankhamun.
Have you?
Yes, but that also included, which I don't do so much now,
Right.
is the actual tapestry wool.
Ah, yes.
I prefer embroidery these days.
Yeah.
So there you are.
Do you,
There's
do you sell embroidery kits as well, or is it just cross
no,
stitch?
just cross stitch.
see.
So
Yeah.
that's it. That's so you can do it over the top if you like. You
Yeah.
won't see what's underneath,
Right.
or just do
Just it on its own.
it on its own.
Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah. Fabulous. So where you'll find your metallics is in the Dunster, which is proving nice and busy.
Good. There we are.
Lovely. So for anyone just joining us, let's go back to the beginning. And if you're very, very brand new, you've always thought about doing cross stitch, but you're not sure where to start. Shall I pop that back for you?
Thank you.
So where do we start
Right.
in terms of your Aida, whichever you fancy?
Yes. Some called. I don't know why they're called different names, but
I actually prefer Aida because it reminds me of is it the opera?
oh yes, that's right. Yes, Aida opera.
Yeah.
Yes. So what you do is you fold your piece of fabric into 4,
Okay.
and where the corner is, that is your centre.
Lovely.
And then, you, as I say, you do that, and you start there, because if you start at one edge, you might find that you haven't got enough room.
Yes, and that would be very annoying. You have to unpick it all.
I'd start again.
Yeah,
I think.
probably, yeah,
Go
yeah.
throw it away, actually. So yes. So, and then you just work your way along. So
And then on the pages that you get,
yes,
you've popped arrows for us, haven't you?
yes. So and there's one up there and one down there. So that's
can
where your
see.
centre is.
Yeah. And then that's your starting point.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
in
right.
the centre.
Yes.
Marvellous. And I can see that you've been putting a line through.
That's right.
And does that help us?
Yes. You can work out where you've been then.
Perfect.
So yes.
Especially if you're on a massive piece.
I know.
Which has like very, very similar shades of colours, you'd never find your way.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's
that's the same with the Spitfire one because of the background.
good. Yes,
Yes. So
do that. And so where do we start with our threads? How do we look at the symbols and work out what's what?
right. You, as I say, you go down and you look at that and you say, okay, so that one starts. That's just a full stop in the centre. That is normally white.
Right.
I don't know why they always decide that's white, and black they normally put in as a black square.
Right. Yeah,
so
they
it's
do,
the
actually, don't they?
universal ones. So yes. So then you just take your threads
And that is it 6 on each one?
There's 6 in each strand, and then sometimes it depends. If you've got, well, more than 18, you can get more than 18 holes to the inch.
Right.
And sometimes you would only use 1 thread.
Okay.
Because it doesn't need much to fill it in.
I like the way you thread your needle. That looks easier.
It is. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you, as I say, you go to the centre, and then you think, right.
And which way do you do your cross stitch?
I do left to right.
Yeah.
And then top part is the other way.
And the key is that you want it to always be going the same way.
Yes, you do. Very often you can't tell if you've made a mistake and you've done it the other way, but I know.
Yeah, I have been known to see, this is how pernickety I am, to see one that I've done wrong, and even if I've done quite a big chunk, I will chop it out and unpick it, like just try and chop the thread and unpick it and then redo it. So yeah.
Well, if you do go wrong, nobody's going to know except you.
I know, but it bugs me. That's the only thing I'll see.
I know.
Yeah.
But as I say, people don't know.
Absolutely.
Because they say, well, where have you gone wrong then? I say, you see if you can guess. So there we are.
Now, again, for anybody just joining us, do you want to tell us a little bit about your background and your company?
Yes, I've been doing cross stitch for many, many years, about 40 years. And I have had a business for many years. I only do mail order.
Right.
I'd like to find a shop, but it's a question of yes.
But we've got them here on Hochanda now.
Yes, that's
indeed.
right. Yes. And I don't know what else there is to say.
Well, you work with your other half, don't you?
That's right. Yes, he designs the aircraft kits.
Right.
He's into model plane flying.
Oh, as well. So you love your cross stitch and he does that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So when he goes out at the weekends, I take my cross stitch with me and do that. So.
Well, that's the other thing, isn't it, Cary? That it's such a portable
hobby. It is. Yes.
Even when you go on holiday, do you take a little bit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also, if you buy small kits or you have kits with magazines, you can just put them in your handbag.
This is very true.
And all you need put in is a pair of scissors, because you don't need a hoop, not for the little ones.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Very portable, so you can keep going.
That's it. And then...
oh, sorry, carry on.
It's all right, I was just going to show how to finish off.
Yes, that would be great. So through the back.
Through the back. And then you think, right, as long as it's steady and isn't going to come undone, that's fine. And then you don't need to leave great long lengths.
No.
You are, snip it off in the air, and then that's it.
There you go.
So.
And so, still in the lead is our Dunster by Candlelight.
Right.
It's always interesting, isn't it? Seeing what people like the most. But isn't that gorgeous? You've got some really nice rich colours in there too. This is an actual place that the street has been photographed.
And then what they actually do in December is they have a sort of Christmas ceremony in Dunster.
Right.
And that's when everything is all lit up and all the shops take part. So, yes.
Great stuff. Now, we've had a question from Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Now, hopefully I'm going to relay this right. Could you show a single square but sharing 2 quarter stitches?
Right.
Is that all right?
Yes. I'll just...
Thank you for your question. Maybe if we get a different
colour
thread.
one.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you get? I've not seen that in a pattern actually. Just in any of the ones I've done. No. I've seen quarter stitches. I mean the 2 in 1 square. Sorry, I'm just totally talking straight to you, Emily. Sorry, in my head. Yeah. Do you find that much in patterns, or is that sort of quite rare? Or
it's quite rare because. Yes, it makes it nicer in a way. You can do, there are several ways of doing it. You can do, get that Righty-ho. Right.
So you come
Right,
up
so
through
you
one.
come up through the centre.
Yep.
Ooh, that went in quite well. So then you go whichever way you want.
Okay.
It's if you go that way.
Are we able just to tilt it? I know it's really difficult when you're doing cross stitch. Just a little bit that way. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. There you go.
Right, okay. So that's your quarter stitch.
Okay.
And then you do that. And that shows it.
Okay.
Sorry, to try and keep it that way.
Right.
Now, if you pretend that's a different colour
Okay.
and you go up through there
Right.
and then down through that hole in the middle,
Ah, right. Okay.
there you are, and that's your 2 quarter stitches,
Oh.
and very often they're different colours.
I see. Let me just tilt that there. Okay. Do you want to show us one more time?
Yes.
Is that comfortable for you?
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
instead of doing it over one square,
Yeah.
I'll do it over. Yes, do it
Yeah,
that
you're
way.
all right.
Yep.
Am I all right holding this? I want you to be
No,
comfortable.
no, that's fine.
Because then we've
So
got a real close-up.
Pretend that's a half of one square instead of
Yeah.
being the whole square.
Okay.
And then you can do that down to there. And then if you say, pretend that's a different colour,
Yep. And then that one.
that's it.
Ah, lovely. Thank you very much,
That's all
Cary.
right.
And
Okay.
can you believe we've got 1 minute left?
Oh, right.
Yeah, has it gone quick for you?
Very, very quick.
Yeah, they always say that. Bless you. And thank you for all of your pictures. Really
Yes.
appreciate you sending them in. This one is still in the lead, but the kit that Cary was working from is at the side of the screen. That's the cupcake, $12.99, 345 572. Oh, sorry, no, is that the Dunster one? Sorry, that is at the side of the screen. Apologies, that's just $12.99. And at the bottom of the screen is the one that Cary has been working on. Do give us a call, or you can check out on the website at hochanda.com. Thank you, Cary.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant stuff. Now it's 5 o'clock, which means it's time for our final call.